Hey there, in today's video we are going to show you how to automate new recommendation threads in Reddit and get them directly to your inbox so you can stay on top of not only your brand but when people are searching for your area. If you guys haven't noticed, in the past several months, and actually probably more so like the last year or so, Reddit shows up a lot in organic search. This almost always used to be Yelp in the #1 spot, but Google has made a significant investment in Reddit. ChatGPT has made a significant investment in Reddit because these AI search tools want to understand how real humans are interacting. This is the best data set for them, and Reddit is kind of like the unfiltered version of local Facebook groups because it is completely anonymous for the most part. You don't have the nice family photos, or you can't see who's posting, and this is why they're paying so much money for this. So how do we get our company to be part of this conversation, and how do we also protect our brand? So today we're going to use one of my favorite tools, which is Zapier. And I'm going to walk you through the steps that you need to do this. So first of all, if you're not a part of a Reddit, if you don't have a Reddit account, you need to set up a Reddit account and go find subreddit threads that are relevant to you. So whatever that is for your market. If you guys remember on here, this little r/, that means this is the Dallas subreddit thread. And that's what these mean. So if you're looking for your service area, I would do searches just like you would on Facebook. I would go through all the cities that you serve and try to find local communities or local threads that have information that's relevant to you. Now, with that in mind, we want to have a Zapier account. If you do not have a Zapier account, we can give you, I have a link for one, I can give it to you, otherwise you can go sign up for free. And we need to set up a trigger for notifying us when these subreddit threads come out with certain keywords, okay? So the trigger, when we set this up, is Reddit, and then we're going to look for new hot post in subreddit. And this is where you're going to, when you log in and do this, because you're doing this for the first time, you're going to want to connect your account, which is pretty easy to do. Zapier is really good about giving you step-by-step instructions to do that. And then when you're going to go through and configure, you want to essentially find, so in this example, I would just take the Dallas part after the r/, and that would be in here. Okay, so I have a digital marketing one connected because I'm not connected to local community ones, but that's how you do this, is you put, like, for example, it would be like this, okay? And then you're going to go ahead and you want to test this, and you can see you can pull through new records. So this is going to go and automatically scrape that account and find a bunch of records for you. I'll show you what that looks like. It takes about a couple seconds. And you can see it pulls in all sorts of details here, including things like all of the comments and the initial thread here. Once you have this, you're going to want to filter, because if you set this up and put through every single subreddit thread in the Dallas community, for example, you're going to get a whole bunch of stuff that's completely irrelevant to you, and it's going to just make your inbox messy. So this is where we use filter steps inside of Zapier, and we want to focus on certain keywords. So how we would do this is we would set filter by Zapier as the second step, and then when we configure this, we want to only move forward if we have keywords that are relevant to what we want to post about. So if I was doing this as a local company, I would put things like my brand name and different variations of my brand name. I would put keywords, let's say if you're a plumbing company, water heater, water leak, clogged drain, plumbers in my area, best plumbers, things like that. I would put those sorts of things in here. So this is essentially telling you we only want to continue this automation if this matches, and for this I chose the title. Now you might want to choose, because sometimes the titles may not have, I mean, typically the title would probably have what the main concern is, but if there's the text down below that where it's somebody's actually describing the thing, you may want to use that instead. That's a little bit of trial and error. I would essentially just go through and look at some of these posts. Like this one, this is the title. This is the self text here. So you can see that there's keywords in both. So it just depends on what you want to focus on. But you can see like a community like this has 474,000 members. It's huge. It's a big, big, big community. But so you want to use, I'm using the title, and if it contains SEO, I want to be notified. If it contains digital marketing, online marketing. So I put the keywords in here, and you just do, if you want to add more keywords, you just add an or rule group. So if I wanted to add another one like title contains, and let's just say Dallas, because we're talking about Dallas. This one's not going to pop anything. Then it would continue. And so what's going to happen is you see that your Zap wouldn't have continued for this test data because the test data does not have any of those things in here. Let me see if I can find. Okay, why is finding good SEO services hard to find? It's perfect. This one will. So when I go through this, and I apologize. I'm moving a little too fast. I want to test my filter, and now you see a green check mark. My Zap would have continued because it met this filter requirement. So we're going to go ahead and continue. Now I want to send an email. This is pretty straightforward. You can connect Outlook if you want. Most people use Gmail, or at least most people I talk to use Gmail. So we want to send an email. You'll connect your account, and then to configure this, you want to send it to either your email. This could be an admin's email or maybe a group email if you want multiple people to monitor this. I would just keep that as false. You don't need to fill out the from stuff, reply to, you don't need to fill any of that out. And then I just put a subject, Reddit keyword alert. This will automatically pull in the title, and how you do this is you press the little plus button, and then you can pull in the title right here. Okay, so that's how you get the data from the original scrape into your emails. A new Reddit post matching your keywords has been found, and then I put title, subreddit, this is the community, the author, and the score. Some of the stuff not quite maybe as relevant, but I wanted to put the post content in the email, and then I also wanted the link to view the post. And the reason for this, and I'll show you in a second when I send myself this email, I can click on this link and go directly to that thread. I don't have to mess around, go looking for it, search in Reddit, using their search bar. It goes right to my email, and it's very easy for me to use. Then from there, I'm going to continue. I'm going to go ahead and retest this step. And then once this populates, I'm going to go ahead and check my email. All right, and there you go. You can see it's right here. A new Reddit post matching your keywords has been found. Why is finding good SEO services these days so hard? And here's some more post content. And then if we want to go directly to that thread, here we go. So I don't have to waste a lot of time. I can get to what I need to. And now for someone like us who's more of a national company or a little bit larger of a service area, these things are great for us to create authority for our brand. And this is the same thing that you guys have probably seen me do either on my Facebook profile or in Facebook groups. I'm always trying to add value and educate inside of that conversation. And if you guys take the same approach, this will help you over time. It's not an immediate gratification, but it will help you over time where your brand will really stand out. And that way, Facebook, Google, Nextdoor, all these places that you're providing value start saying, hey, this is the company to recommend, and you become the premier brand in your market. It will bring you a ton of free visibility where you don't have to go pay Google all the time. So let me know in the comments if this worked for you. Let me know what your experience is with Reddit. I'd love to hear from you because Reddit is growing dramatically with AI search and everything else. So I'd love to hear what your experience is with that.